So welcome back po to our usapan session. So last June, we had an usapan pagkain with Sea Oil Foundation and Harvest Agribusiness Corporation to talk about programs and innovations that help address food security and accessibility in the communities. Ngayon naman po, nagbabalik ang ating usapan session para sa ating napapanahong topic, lalo na at Nutrition Month. By the way, my name po pala is Ryan from PPSA and I will be your host for today's session. Ang ating pong session today ay Usapang Gulay, Promoting Health and Food Security through Sustainable Vegetable Program. Sabi nga ng mga bagets natin, kapag Nutrition Month, ano po, makulay ang buhay kapag may gulay. Ayun. Kaya naman sa pangalawang episode ng ating usapan session natin ngayong taon, we collaborated with East West Seed Foundation to talk about the importance of vegetables in health and food security. So importanteng usapan po ito dahil sabi nga ng ating National Nutrition Council, ang sustansyang sapat ay para sa lahat. At napakahalaga ng gulay dahil yan ang isa sa mga main sources ng nutrition, no? Nutrients na kailangan ng ating mga katawan. So kung kayo ay excited, ako din po ay excited. But before we start, so isa lamang pong mga paalala or house rules, no? So before we start. So una po, the session is being recorded dahil po ang ating platform today ay we're using online session, Zoom, and also I think live po tayo sa Facebook ni PPSA, no, ng ating account. So may mga kasama po tayo sa kabila. Ayun. So please remain on mute po. So panatilihin po natin naka-mute ang ating mga gadget, ang ating mga mikropono. I-on lang po natin ang ating mic during our Q&A portion, no? Para sa ating mga speakers pagkatapos nilang mag-present later. Okay? So sa ating attendees sa PPSA live stream, please comment your name and organization po doon po sa mga nasa live na kasama namin ngayon. So para ma-recognize po namin kayo at ma-shout out later on. So maraming salamat po. If you're experiencing po ng mga technical difficulties, so don't hesitate to use our chat box po dito sa Zoom para po matulungan namin kayo ng aming PPSA team at ma-accommodate ang inyong mga na-experience. Ano po? So, ang last po, pero napaka-importante, gawin po nating safe space ang ating pong session sa umaga na to. Lahat po ay kasama na matuto at maunawaan ang mga bagay-bagay. Ano po? At may I request everyone po pala during the Q&A portion na I encourage po na magtanong po kayo or mag-share po kayo ng inyong mga experiences, ng inyong thoughts, no? Lalong-lalo na po na nandiyan ang ating mga speakers na kayang sagutin ang ating mga ang ating mga tanong, sorry. So, ayun lamang po. So, now, to formally start this session po, wag na nating patagalin. Samahan niyo po akong introduce ang aming country director po ng PPSA para po to formally open ang ating session. So tinatawagan po natin si Miss Angel Bautista. Ma'am, over to you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Ryan. Good morning, everyone. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to PPSA's Usapang Gulay, Promoting Health and Food Security through Sustainable Vegetable Programs. Our Usapan Sessions topic for today is very timely. July po ay National Nutrition Month at ngayon po we will reflect on the vital role that vegetables play in our lives, especially po sa ating kalusugan, nutrition, food security, at ang ating overall well-being ng kada Pilipino. Lalo na ngayon po na pabago-bago yung ating panahon, maraming nagkakasakit, so mas kailangan po na kumain tayo ng mga gulay at syempre prutas. This year marks the Philippines' 50th Nutrition Month. So ang theme po ay Sapipan, sama-sama sa nutrisyong sapat para sa lahat. And it seeks to promote the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition 2023 to 2028 and focus po on proper nutrition, healthier diets, and improved access to services, aligning with the UN's goals to end hunger and malnutrition. According to the National Nutrition Council, 1 out of 3 households in the Philippines experience food insecurity, with micronutrient deficiencies a significant issue that impacts the population, especially among children and pregnant and lactating women. The NNC recognizes the need for increased advocacy and investment in nutrition and collaboration among sectors to help address our challenges in nutrition and food security and ensure na ang bawat Pilipino can reach their full potential. So in line with this po, ang mga gulay sa households, schools at mga komunidad play a large role in improving nutrition and addressing food insecurity by providing essential nutrients that contribute to our overall well-being and resilience. Sustainable vegetable programs not only ensure a steady supply of nutritious food, but also support environmental sustainability and economic stability. It also encourages healthier eating habits, fosters community collaboration, and reduces reliance on processed foods. Nutrition also plays a large role in quality education. Alam po natin yan. Vegetables are a vital part of a child's diet. So nagpo-provide po siya ng mga kinakailangang vitamina, mineral, and fiber na kailangan po for growth and development. So ang mga bata po na nagko-consume ng balanced meals na mayroong adequate na nutrition are more likely to concentrate better sa kanilang klase. And in addition, will be associated with improved memory, reduced absenteeism, and mas maganda po ang mood nila. So through the East West Seed Foundation Philippines, East West Seed Philippines builds on its role as the farmer's champion and builder of communities. The foundation envisions a future where every Filipino enjoys food security and proper nutrition through improved vegetable consumption, and where vegetable farmers are economically and socially empowered to provide themselves and their families a better quality of life. So ngayong umaga po ang East West Seed Foundation, 3 po ang vegetable program na ipepresent nila sa atin. They are all geared towards addressing the challenges of food security, health, and malnutrition. So ano po yung 3 yon? Unang-una po yung Oh My Gulay or OMG, Veggie Eskwela, and Gulay Yamanan. So through our discussions and exchanges in today's Usapang Gulay, we aim to uncover innovative approaches, address challenges, and forge pathways towards a healthier and a more food secure future. We hope that our participants today, kayo pong lahat na nandito sa Zoom at sa FB Live, will gain valuable knowledge regarding vegetable farming and become aware of vegetable farming's large impact on not only nutrition, pero pati ho sa edukasyon, sa food security at sa sustainability. So, iniyahan ko po lahat kayo to actively participate, magtanong po tayo, mag-share po tayo ng ating mga experience. Napakahalaga po ng inyong mga inputs as you work together to create impactful solutions and strengthen our communities. So once again, I would like to welcome you to Usapang Gulay. Thank you for joining us, and I look forward to the fruitful discussions and collaborations that will emerge from today's event. Salamat at magandang umaga muli sa lahat kahit po maulan at maraming bahang lugar. Salamat, Ryan. Over to you.
Maraming salamat, Miss Angel. Indeed, napakahalaga ng gulay, hindi lamang sa food security, but also for our health and nutrition. So nakakaganda pala ng mood at nakakaganda ng skin, no? Ang pagkain ng maraming gulay. Well, paborito ko yan. So ayun po. To start off our Usapang Gulay, our first speaker from East West Seed Foundation Philippines will share about the foundation's Oh My Gulay, or OMG, which is an online advocacy that aims to share information and ideas to increase appreciation, production, and consumption of vegetables as component of a healthy lifestyle and contribution of food to food security. So she will also share about Veggie Eskwela, a training program about vegetable production for students, teachers, parents, and to our community, and also aims to increase appreciation of vegetable as a component of a health lifestyle and food security. So please welcome, wag na natin patagalin, samahan niyo po akong i-welcome natin lahat mula sa East West Seed Foundation of Philippines, Program Manager, Ms. Mary Joyce Villacorte. Ma'am, good morning. Over to you po.
Salamat, Kuya Ryan. Yan. Wait po, share lang natin. Maulang umaga po sa ating lahat. Hope na okay naman tayo despite the weather. Okay, so to start off, good morning, everyone. Today we'll present to you our approach as a foundation in the issue of food security and malnutrition. But first, we'll have a brief walkthrough of who the East West Seed Foundation is para naman po makilala ng mga hindi pa nakakakilala sa East West Seed Foundation. East West Seed Foundation Philippines is the corporate social responsibility arm of East West Seed Philippines. The foundation envisions healthy Filipinos through increased appreciation, availability, and consumption of vegetables, enabled by sharing of knowledge on vegetable production and health benefits. Sa foundation po, naniniwala kami that food security is a major challenge in the Philippines today, and that we can greatly contribute to food security when all of us grow and consume our food, no? Parang sinasabi po namin sa East West Seed Foundation, grow locally, consume locally. Next slide, please. East West Seed Foundation was organized and registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission as a non-stock, non-profit organization on July 4, 2012. The foundation is accredited by Philippine Council for NGO Certification or PCNC and Philippine Council for Agriculture and Fisheries or DAPCAF. And we are a proud member of the League of Corporate Foundations and the Association of Foundations. Next slide, please. And here's one of our why. Just a recap on the food security. Food security is when food is available, accessible, and consumed when needed. And as an advocate of food security, we affirm the World Bank's definition of food security. Ito po yung dala-dala namin, the definition of World Bank. Next slide, please. And another why, according to the World Food Program's October 2022 survey result, 1 out of 10 households in the Philippines are food insecure. Households that rely on agricultural livelihoods are also significantly food insecure. About a quarter of agricultural households are food insecure compared to only 9% for non-agricultural households. Bakit po kaya? Agricultural households need more support for food security. They feed us but have difficulty feeding themselves. Yun po yung masakit na katotohanan. Sila yung nagpo-produce ng pagkain and yet sila po yung food insecure. Next slide, please. And our response and primary intervention is called Vegiscuela, that aims to promote and enable vegetable gardening at home, school, or community. This vegetable garden will lead to an awareness of the value of vegetables to health and the availability, accessibility, and affordability of nutritious food. That in turn will lead to increased food security, family consumption, at inaasahan po namin na sana mag-improve ang family nutrition. Next slide, please. And here's our vision. We are visioning a food security for all. And our mission is to provide vegetables with every meal to increase appreciation, availability, and consumption through sharing of knowledge on vegetable production and its health benefits. Next slide, please. East West Seed Foundation works with like-minded organizations in the public and private sector to realize its vision. Collaborative partnership work best in scaling up development approaches that make a sustainable impact on individuals and community. Meet our partners through the years. Next slide po. Sila po yung mga naging partners na namin, no, in 12 years of existence. I hope you are one of our audience today. Next slide, please. Next slide. And meet our team members, no, of which 75% are agriculturists. Next slide. So makakasiguro po kayo. Next slide po. So makakasiguro po kayo that we know how to grow vegetables. Next slide, please. Now for our main topic, gulay para sa kalusugan. Sabi nga po ni Kuya Ryan, we'll feature Oh My Gulay and Vegiscuela for this part. Next slide. Next slide, please. And presenting to you our programs, we have Vegiscuela in various modes that I'll be explaining in the following slide. Vegiscuela is training on vegetable gardening for home or community. We also have Oh My Gulay. It's an information exchange for appreciating, producing, and consuming vegetables. We also have Gulayamanan, no? Food security through vegetable gardening and livelihood opportunity. To start off, next slide po. Yan. First stop is the Oh My Gulay. This is an online advocacy on Facebook, sharing information and ideas to increase appreciation, production, and consumption of vegetables as a component of a healthy lifestyle and a contribution to food security. Next slide, please. Yan. And here are our sample posts. OMG Contents covers recipes, cooking hacks, fun facts, and trivia. Like, do you know that the pearls in your milk tea are made from kamoting kahoy? If not, now you know. Those who have Facebook account, please feel free to like and follow our OMG FB page. You will learn a lot of helpful tips to stay healthy. Next slide, please. Next slide. First of our Vegiscuela is the Vegiscuela online training of trainers. Now, this is a course that was piloted with a group of teacher and student participants from DepEd SDO Butuan City in October 2020 and now became a regular program of the foundation. Vegiscuela Online is a 5 once-a-week online training that aims to capacitate participants in growing vegetables, whether at home, school, or community. Next slide, please. Next is our Vegiscuela On-Site. It's an on-site training for would-be vegetable growers. The project takes about 3 to 4 months or one crop cycle and ends with the Harvest Festival. VE On-Site aims to raise appreciation, production, and consumption of vegetables as a component of healthy lifestyle and contribution to food security among students. So may mga student po, may mga teachers, parents, and meron din po tayo mga members of our community. Next slide, please. Yeah, the last for our Vegiscuela is the Vegiscuela Bootcamp TOT, also an on-site TOT course. It's a rigorous 4 full-day training program covering the whole vegetable cycle, from planning to marketing. And after the course, we expect the participants to share what they have learned with their community, widening the circle of people who are prepared to grow vegetables successfully. Next slide, please. Through the years, we have been an ally of DepEd in the implementation of Gulayan sa Paaralan program, incapacitating its focal or the GPP coordinator that they may ensure success of the school garden. GPP serves as a model garden for the community, showcasing best practices in setting up productive gardens that will be source of nutritious food. In 12 years of existence, we're able to reach for about 4,700 teachers, engage about 27,800 plus students. We have partnered to about 2,800 schools and partnered to about 258 barangays. Next slide po. And this is my last slide, I suppose. So in closing, Vegiscuela contributes in the following. It increase yields and improve quality. Vegiscuela equips participants with the knowledge and skills for proper planting techniques, soil management, pest control, and disease prevention. Kapag po kasi nagawa yon ng Vegiscuela participants, that will lead to a healthier plants, higher yield, and better quality vegetables. We also contribute in the income generation and livelihood improvement. By growing their own vegetables, individuals can generate income and improve their livelihoods. Vegiscuela empowers them to be more productive and competitive in the market by producing naturally grown vegetables and nutritious, sabi nga po nila. Also, we contribute in the improved nutrition and food security. Increased vegetable production contributes to better access to fresh, nutritious food for individuals, families, and communities. This then combats malnutrition and promotes overall health. And lastly, Vegiscuela contributes in the empowerment and knowledge sharing. Vegiscuela fosters a sense of self-reliance and empowers participants to manage their own vegetable production. It can also create a network for sharing knowledge and best practices within community. So that ends the first part of our webinar this morning. I'll turn you over to Kuya Ryan. Over to you.
Maraming salamat, Miss Joyce. Naku, very insightful presentation. Napakarami pala tayong matututunan sa OMG at Veggie Eskwela. As a plantito, as a tatay, no, I really appreciate training programs like this. Marami tayong makakapulutang knowledge, no, information on how we can grow our own vegetables at home, in our schools, at syempre sa ating community. Can you imagine, Miss Joyce, nako, unang-una, personally, I would like to say thank you po na merong ganito mga initiatives and programs ang inyong ang East West Seed Foundation. Nako, ang laki ng reach na ng inyong, although marami pa tayong dapat ma-reach, malaki na yung nare-reach natin, at ang laking tulong nito hindi lang sa nutrition, hindi lang sa gutom, but of course yung livelihood, no? Ang daming factor in ng programang ito, and I hope, no, na lumaki pa at dumami pa ang mag-adapt at masuportahan ng ganitong klaseng programa ninyo, Miss Joyce. So ayun po, napansin ko, Miss Joyce, na marami pala sa vegetable recipes ang OMG sa Oh My Gulay Facebook page. Mukhang mas napapasarap ang lutong gulay natin yan sa mga susunod na araw. So Ma'am Joyce, baka may I request kung may link kayo ng inyong Facebook page po. Baka pwede nyo pong ma-share sa ating chat box. Yes, para po mapuntahan ng ating mga participants, no? And also, don't forget po na to like and subscribe po sa page ni East West Seed, kasi marami po tayong makakapulutang impormasyon. Hindi lamang sa gardening, hindi lamang sa pagluluto, marami po. Tuklasin natin sa page ng FB page ng East West Seed. So yun. Kung kanina ay sinare ni Miss Joyce ang mga advocacy programs ng East West Seed Foundation on health and nutrition and vegetable consumption, ngayon naman po, ating alamin ang kanilang Gulayamanan Project. Yes, hindi nagtatapos doon. Meron pang next, no? Which seeks to promote food security through the establishment and maintenance of cluster vegetables garden that will increase access and consumption of vegetables and create additional income opportunities for the community. To share more about this, samahan niyo po ako ulit, no? Na i-welcome naman po natin ang Executive Director po ng East West Seed Foundation. Wala pong iba, ang pinakamamahal namin na si Miss Bing Banturin. Ma'am Bing, good morning po.
Good morning. Magulay na buhay po sa ating lahat. It is my pleasure and privilege to share with you details of our Gulayamanan program and the benefits the participants and the community members reap from it. Next slide, please. Gulayamanan is a multi-dimensional program that creates livelihood for enrolled participants, improving the barangay economy, making available fresh and nutritious food within the community, for food security and improved family nutrition, and has a positive impact on the environment with a focus on natural farming and food waste composting. Excuse me. It starts with Veggie Eskwela, a 3-month training program for the participants that includes a guided development of a vegetable garden. The vegetable garden leads to sustainable livelihood. Each participant is allocated their own garden space for individual production and income. Next slide. Gulayamanan requires a 1-hectare planting area for 50 participants, open to sunlight, and with an available water supply. That we divide the 1 hectare into 50 cluster gardens of 200 square meters per participant. The planting area is normally provided by the LGU. These 50 cluster gardens will provide farm-to-table food for the 250 family members, as well as the 400 families in the community surrounding it for the shortest possible vegetable supply chain. The farmers sell directly to the consumers at retail prices, so they get the most for their effort. Each cluster garden produces a variety of vegetables that you will normally find in the market that are organically or naturally grown. A 200 square meter vegetable garden, mixed crop, can produce 100 kilos of mixed vegetables monthly, provided you know what you're doing and are willing to work. Next slide. Because of its many benefits, Gulay-Amanan addresses 10 of the SDGs. Among them, SDG 1, no poverty through the livelihood component. SDG 2, zero hunger, since there is food on the table. SDG 3, good health and well-being due to the benefits of vegetable consumption to health, and so on. Next slide. Gulay-Amanan is a one-year project, from mobilization to training and garden development to marketing and the formation and registration of a farmers association. So important for self-regulation and sustainability. Next slide. In pictures, the participants undergo Veggie Escuela training, receive tools and materials to get their gardens going, develop their individual gardens, and sell their harvests individually or through a weekly market or talipapa. As an added sustainability feature, the participants are formed into an association for self-regulation and recognition by the local, municipal, or city agriculture office, making them qualified to receive support from the local agriculture office. At the center bottom of this slide, we see the induction of the officers of the Gulay-Amanan Farmers Association by Mayor Alfred Romualdez of Tacloban City last March 25, 2022. Next, please. We piloted Gulay-Amanan in Tacloban City in 2022, completed Lian, Batangas in 2023, and are ongoing in San Ildefonso, Bulacan. We just launched Gulay-Amanan in Bantayan, Cebu this July. This project involves a strong partnership with the LGU, who provides the planting area and the water supply. For every hectare allocated to the project, we can have 50 beneficiaries, each assigned a plot of 200 square meters, which has an income potential of 8,000 to 10,000 monthly. The participants are selected from the community living near to the planting area, particularly those with no current livelihood and willing to become vegetable farmers. The picture you see is from Gulay-Amanan in Lian, Batangas, from land preparation in January 2023, and garden maintenance and harvesting in May 2023. Next, please. To measure progress and success, we gather information on harvest in kilos, the blue line you see, and how it was distributed, whether it was sold, that is the red line, or consumed or given away, the green line. We also note sales in pesos, which is earned by the specific beneficiary who planted and sold the produce. The difference between harvest and sales in the quantity consumed is the quantity consumed by the participant family. Interestingly, the quantity consumed by the participant family averages 10 kilos per month, This is a 60% increase from baseline vegetable consumption. Next, please. Here is Arvin Dadison, one of the participants in Gulayaman, Tacloban City. In the 4-month period of April to July 2022, he harvested a total of 506 kilos and was able to earn 25,840 pesos. He had no livelihood when he joined the program and was very happy with the opportunity to grow and sell his produce. He says, ang pagiging beneficiary ng Gulayamanan ay malaking tulong sa aming pamilya. Nabigyan ng pagkakataon na magkaroon ng lugar na pagtataniman kung saan kami makakuha ng aming makain at gulay na mabenta. Next, please. So, Gulayamanan does deliver its promise of food security and better family nutrition, plus the livelihood opportunity. But it isn't an easy transition for participants from no work to working hard. Those of you who have experience in vegetable production know that reaping the rewards requires a lot of effort. And farming is a science. You have to know what you are doing. We share the knowledge and skills, but the participant has to bring forward his best efforts. Apart from the knowledge and effort, some best practices are given here. The cooperation and support of the LGU is paramount. We document the partnership with the LGU through a memorandum of agreement. The formation and registration of a group association is very important for sustainability and recognition by the local agriculture office. So they may receive some support from the local office. The group must manage themselves after the project closes. They have to deal with ensuring meeting and member management and fund management, among others. Monitoring and evaluation is important, not only during the project period for project reporting, but should also be continued by the association. So they know what they have accomplished and can recognize this. A final word, celebrate success and achievement. Among others, there is a graduation event and harvest festival. There is a regular affirmation of achievements during the monthly meetings. The annual General Assembly can also have its recognition of outstanding members. Next, please. To close, let us hear from some participants, members of the Tulay na Patpat Gulayamanan Association.
Ako po si Zenaida Isguera Kaingat, 55 years old, at nakatira po sa Sitio Tulay na Patpat, Barangay Basuit, San Ildefonso, Bulacan. Isa po sa mapalad na nabilang sa proyekto ng Gulayamanan Project. Marami po akong naging karanasan at isa na nga po dito, napakasarap po pala ng pakiramdam na ikaw ay nakapagtanim, nakapagpabunga. Yun po yung napakagandang karanasan ko na hindi ko po malilimutan dito sa Gulayamanan Project. Dati, bibili pa ako ng kamatis, ang mahal. Ngayon po, inaani na lang at talaga pong sa budget po sa bilang ina, talagang nakatipid po. Hindi na po bumibili sa palengke, hindi na rin po ako nangihingi sa ibang mga may tanim dahil ako na po mismo yung nag-aani. Isa po sa maiko-contribute ko po sa Gulayamanan Project, yun po na maging masipag at pagandahin po yung mga tanim para po yung ibang mga taod po dito, maganyak din po sila na sumali na kahit po abala ay magkaroon po ng pagkakataon para po sumali dito sa Gulayamanan Project, at ito po kasi ay malaki po yung maitutulong sa pamilya. Bilang po na isa sekretary na napili po ako dito sa Gulayaman Project, ay maging modelo po ako at magampanan ko po yung tungkulin po para sa ikauunlad po ng aming barangay o ng samahan pong ito ng Gulayamanan. Maraming pong salamat sa mga sponsor po, sa mga lecturer ng East West Foundation, sa mga kaloob po nila na mga gamit, mga buto, at mga tao na ginamit po nila para po makapagturo po sa amin. At ganoon din po sa Metrobank Foundation na kung wala po sila ay wala po kami dito, at kaya lubos po yung aming pasasalamat sa inyo na ginamit po kayo ng Panginoon para po kami ay isa sa mapalad po sa lugar na ito na nabiyayaan po ng inyong tulong. Kaya yun po, maraming pong salamat po sa inyo, at nawa po ang patuloy na pagpapala ng Panginoon ang sumainyo para hindi lamang po kami ang inyong matulungan, kundi marami pa po kayong matulungan. Maraming salamat po.
Back to you, Ryan.
Ayun. So, ayun nga po. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Bing. Ayun nga, yung isa sa success na sinasabi nila ay yun, kasi nagtatanim din po ako, Miss Bing, ng some vegetables like talong po sa backyard. So, masasabi kong success ay yung nag-harvest ka ng sarili mong tanim at naluluto mo yung sarili mong tanim. Nakakatuwa talaga. Iba yung experience, sa totoo lang. So, ayun. Kaya naman, Miss Bing, mapapakanta ka na lang talaga ng bahay kubo kapag nakikita mo yung mga ganitong klaseng community, no, sa the vegetable garden. So nakakatuwa na makita na may mga bagong kaalaman on vegetable production na natututunan ng ating mga vegetable farmers sa community. So maraming salamat po sa East West Seeds. So before our jump to our next speaker, we would like to acknowledge po, no, na sumama sa atin ngayong araw mula po sa Sustancia. Hi, Miss Joyce. Shout out. So ayun po sa WWF, sa Nestle. Hi, Miss Ruth. Magandang umaga po. From Save the Children, sa ating mga kasamahan dyan sa DepEd, sa DA po, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sa JICA, PCA, CRC, PLGU o Pagkirino, IPB, UP Los Baños, at Cargill, Miss Jen. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Ano po? So, ayun po. At syempre, hindi po kompleto ang sharing tungkol sa Gulayamanan kung walang Gulayamanan farmer who will share their experience po from the program. Kaya naman po, samahan niyo po ako ulit na i-welcome po natin ang Gulayamanan farmers from San Ildefonso. Wala pong iba, si Ma'am Vilma Isguera. Ma'am Vilma, over to you po.
Pa-unmute po, Ate Vilma.
Ate Vilma, nakamute ka po. Pa-unmute po yung mic mo.
Unmute po.
Ayun.
Ayun, okay na, Kuya Ryan.
Hello po. Isang mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ako nga po pala si Vilma Isguera, 54 years old. At kasalukuyan pong naninirahan dito po sa Sitio Tulay na Patpat, barangay po ng Baswit, San Ildefonso, Bulacan. Bilang isang membro po ako at nahalal na pangulo ng asosasyon, ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa mga sponsor ng Gulayamanan na simula sa una hanggang sa kasalukuyan po ay patuloy pong nakasuporta sa amin. Kahit po nung una ay parang ayaw kong sumali kasi po ako po ay may mayroong maliit na tindahan. Baka hindi ko din po matutukan. At saka wala din po kaming masyadong karanasan sa paggugulay. Dahil po madalang lang naman ang mga ganitong proyekto dito sa amin at hindi naman po kami laging nakakasali. Pero nung kada linggo po namin na pag-aaral, unti-unti po namin nagustuhan na dahil po sa lumawak na po ang aming mga kaalaman, natutunan na rin po namin kung paano ang paggawa ng at paggamit ng organic fertilizer na mas ligtas kainin para sa ating pamilya. At nung kami po nagtanim na, nagkaroon din po kami ng kaunting problema sa pagkatiyo po ng aming tubig na pinagkukunan. At pinagtulong-tulungan lang din po namin ito na diligin ng tabo-tabo. Hanggang sa mag-ani na po kami at nakapagbenta, bigay po sa mga kapitbahay, sa mga kaibigan. Kaya napakalaking tulong po sa aming proyekto, sa amin itong proyektong to. At kaya lubos po ang aming pasasalamat sa aming mga naging sponsor. Unang-una po sa Metrobank Foundation, sa Eastway Seeds Foundation, sa pangunguna po nila Ma'am Bing, si Ma'am Joyce, si Sir Ruben. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Kung sakali naman po na matapos ang inyong suporta sa amin, ay itutuloy po namin ang nasimulang asosasyon ng Gulay-Yamanan. At sana po ay marami pa rin po kayong matulungan na katulad namin. At yun po, maraming salamat po at napakalaking biyaya po yung aming natanggap ng dahil din po sa inyo. At yun lang po. At back to Kuya Ryan.
Thank you, Ate Vilma, for sharing your Gulay-Yamanan experience sa aming lahat ngayong umaga. Ano po, yun nga, sana hindi lang natatapos sa inyo yung ganitong klaseng napakagandang proyekto ng Eastway Seeds. Sana mag-extend at mag-extend. Kasi yung blessing daw hindi daw dapat stagnant or nagtatapos sa atin. Dapat na ipapasa daw natin yon para yung success natin ay maging success din ng iba. Ayun, maraming salamat Ate Vilma. And now for the next part of our session, may we call on our knowledge manager. Wala pong iba, si Ms. Veronica Limpin to facilitate the Q&A or the open forum of our Usapang Gulay. So, Ms. Veron, over to you.
Thank you, Sir Rai, and magandang umaga po sa ating lahat, mga kagulay. So, I hope you are enjoying the Usapang Gulay. So we are very delighted to have you join us today as we learn about this important usapan of promoting health and food security through these sustainable vegetable programs of the Eastway Seeds Foundation. So at this point, mas palalimin pa po natin ang ating usapan. Kaya naman, may we bring back our speakers, Ms. Joyce and Ms. Bing, back on the screen for an open forum with our participants. Ayan. So, Miss Bing, hello po. And Miss Joyce, maulan po. Maulan po ba sa ano niyo?
And hello po sa lahat ng viewers.
Ayan. So, how are you finding po yung session natin today?
Ma'am Bing, muted po kayo, Ma'am Bing. Yeah, very good.
I hope we have been able to share something helpful to everyone and that everyone is safe and dry inside their homes.
That's very important.
Oo nga po. Yun. Kasi, so I'm very glad po na you are also enjoying the learning session. And again, so sa mga questions po, sa mga viewers, please type your questions in. Ayan, sa Zoom chat para makastart na po tayo sa Q&A because we're very curious to know your thoughts on the projects of Eastway Seeds Foundation. Ayan. So, okay. Let's start po. So, we have a questions. So, aside from Ate Vilma's yung testimonial po, so what has been yung most memorable feedback na na-receive po from your project trainees and the communities you've engaged with. And so, Miss Joyce or Miss Bing, kung sino po yung gustong sumagot for this? Ayan.
Hindi ko masyadong na-catch, Veron.
Ay, okay, it's okay po. So, yun po, yung aside po dun sa testimonial ni Ate Vilma, so alin daw po yung mas memorable na feedback po na na-receive nyo pa from your project trainees and yung mga communities na na-engage nyo po?
Sa akin po, no? The effort should not stop with Gulayaman. And as we have observed, pwede pang mas malaki pa ang pwedeng mangyari after the project ends, no? Now being carried forward by the participants or the association. So yung isa yung maganda kong narinig na balita is that in Tacloban City, for example, the top producers have been given additional, palaki na ng palaki yung kanilang lugar at kita. Yan.
Ayan. Oo nga po kasi 'di ba? Marami din po kami narinig na magandang feedback kasi we've had an interview at GD before sa mga mga recipients natin for the Gulayamanan. So, yun nga po for aside po dun sa mga ang next question po natin is for the Gulayamanan project. So, your partner with corporate foundation such as BDO Foundation and Metro Bank Foundation. So, how are you able to establish these relationships, and why are these types of partnerships important for sustainability projects and interventions?
Well, it's very good that we are members, or there is a league, no, of corporate foundations, and another league, the Association of Foundations. So we meet our counterparts at league events, and we have to, of course, share our programs with them so that they will support. So happily they come in and say we will collaborate on Gulayamanan. Now, the reason why we need this collaboration is so that we can do more, even more areas, more places to spread ourselves wider. And happily nga, a lot of foundations have responded and supported our project. Now, I have to mention that while we really love having partners, I would like to mention that for Gulayamanan Bantayan Cebu, this is our partner is the LGU directly. No other partner. So I would like to mention that the mayor of Bantayan Cebu is really behind moves to build food security in their LGU, and he is devoting their own funds for this project.
Ayan. Thank you, Miss Bing. So yes, very important talaga yung mag-create tayo ng partnerships sa LGU, sa mga private sectors, and mga other stakeholders. So I think this one po is pwede siya sa Veggie Eskwela and sa yung sa Oh My Gulay. So ano po yung mga mechanisms na ginagamit natin to ensure the longevity and sustainability of these projects with the communities?
And Joyce?
Joyce,
ikaw na.
For the Veggie Eskwela, ma'am?
Yes po.
For Veggie Eskwela, we create a network po, no, para ma-sustain yung what we have started, no. With the various modalities kasi, so iba-iba sila, no. So ang mechanism that would be in place is yung network. If the participants were able to sustain, no, kung ano yung nasimulan for each participant. So whether yan a school, farm owner, no, especially those na mga interested to start a learning site, yung mga nagpapa-accredit for the learning site. So doon namin nakukuha yung kanilang mga update. So that sort of mechanism that we have stay in touch with the participants for the Vegiscuela alumni, no, online, the Vegiscuela on-site, and now the Vegiscuela bootcamp.
Yan. Thank you, Miss Joyce. So, ano naman po yung parang naging bottleneck on the part of sustainability, that not only on the food and nutrition but on yung sa economic part, and yun, how do we sustain yung economic stability ng mga farmers, like going into business, particularly on the marketing side?
Hi. Yung sustain, we do the technology transfer, and we show them how it can be done, what has to be done. But in the bottom line, it is up to the farmers themselves to carry it forward. Yeah, we provide them with the tools and techniques and the tips and how to go about this, and we provide continuous counseling and mentoring. But really, the effort has to come from them, from the participants themselves. And the more effort they give, the greater the rewards.
Ayan. Oo nga po. I think tama po na yung talaga mindset talaga ng mga farmers para mas lalong makareceive sila ng maraming mga projects, ganyan. So yun nga po, just because may experience tayo sa mga El Nino and La Nina. So ano po yung parang how do we ensure na the projects are successfully implemented?
Well, ako na, Joyce. Sa amin po, in principle, you can grow vegetables year-round. But I must say the recently experienced El Nino was really very difficult. A lot of people, including our farmers, stopped planting because of they ran out of water. So, and while in other years that water was sufficient, this year it wasn't. So talagang iba na itong climate change natin ngayon. Okay. Now, ang normal na nasagot namin dyan sa pagbabago ng klima is you have to adjust your management practices, your cultural management. Like, for example, of course, if it is raining a lot like now, no, you have to make sure of drainage, that the water flows out of your planting area. The reverse naman sa tag-araw. You want to keep the water in your planting area. In the rainy season, for example, we also suggest you have a higher planting bed, so that even if the water comes in, that it does not really soak the plant. Yeah. So there's a lot of ways to mitigate climate changes. You just have to be aware of them, and we cover this in our curriculum. You have to be aware of them, and you should be willing to do it also. No, while you know what to do, you have to apply it on your farm.
And thank you, Miss Bing. So, as you mentioned po na yun nga, yung mga practices na to are also parang na-share to during sa session nila for the Gulayamanan. And I think it's safe to say na yung program for yung Gulayamanan setup are prepared for this kind of weather condition. So for our next question po, sa first ayun, from the Zoom. So I would like to commend the comprehensive presentation of both of our speakers. So for the question is, I was wondering what are the main components of Veggie Escuela online and Veggie on-site training programs?
It covers the whole production of vegetable. Ano. Sa online, siguro mas limited lang kasi mas suited siya sa small scale. No, as compared to our on-site na we have a comprehensive discussion on land preparation do sa mga malalaking area. Those na gustong mag-venture into a learning site na i-develop nila yung kanilang mga areas. But the component is the technical, no, yung from seed to harvesting. So it covers both. Yun yung meron yung Veggie Escuela and Veggie Escuela online and Veggie Escuela on-site and bootcamp. So, magkaiba lang siguro in terms of setup kasi mas medyo small scale yung sa Veggie Escuela online. Focusing on home and school and yung maliliit na community gardens.
Thank you, Ms. Joyce. So ang follow-up questions po is, sa Veggie Escuela is kahit 5 weeks lang po yung timeline, possible po ba kaya na mag-partner with LGUs then ma-integrate po sa curriculum ng mga TLE subjects for high school students for further encouragement and appreciation of the youth? And may possible sustainability problems po ba ito kung sakali?
Mami?
Yes.
Okay. Yung
Sige po.
Yung sa education of children, we're very interested in that. In fact, we partnered with the UP Rural High School at one point, where our modules, our Veggie Escuela online, was used as classroom training. Yes.
Yes.
Because our model also has assessment tests. So, naging test na rin nila ng mga students yung test namin.
Yes po.
And I know that a lot of teachers kasi gustong-gusto nga namin i-share sa mga DepEd schools, no, yung aming Veggie Escuela online. So and the materials that we show are downloadable, are freely downloadable from our website. So the teachers can actually use our training materials in their classes. And I think some of them do already, you know, especially those who have a TV in their classroom. You know, they play our videos. So I think it would be really good to partner even more with DepEd. And oh yes, and we have recently partnered with Knowledge Channel. Yes.
Also TESDA.
And also TESDA. So yes, we are working very hard to increase our reach so that more and more people can learn how to grow vegetables. Maski isang kamote lang dyan sa garden, no? Maski isang alugbati lang dyan sa tabi, malaking tulong na po sa kalusugan ng pamilya.
Ayan. Thank you po. Ayan. So for our next question, speaking of yung ano din po sa mga partnership ganyan, ang tanong po nila is, who are your partners in consolidation? Or sa marketing naman po, sa marketing sides, yung pag-produce from farmers to ensure there's a proper mechanism of having business considering that farmers are not keen on entrepreneurship. Ayan.
That's one of my pet projects. You know, when you talk about markets, the market is all around you. If you are farming, everybody living around your farm hopefully consumes vegetables. The problem is how to reach your market. That it is more difficult to serve the market around you if you are growing a single product. No, for example, talong. If you have metric tons of talong, you cannot, hindi yan maubos sa sa paligid. No? You have to go outside, you have to go to the poblasyon, or kung talagang monocrop ka na marami, kailangan pang lumabas ng LGU para maubos yung tinanim mo. So I would like to encourage farmers, huwag tayong monocrop. Mag-diversify po tayo. Kasi pag naging ang tanim natin, no, yung karaniwang kinakain ng mga tao, yung pinakbit nga, baka sa LGU nyo lang, maubos na.
Yes.
At maraming cases na kulang yung supply sa LGU, pero yung produkto ng farmer, nakakarating sa ibang lugar. So, that's the vegetable supply chain. No? Let's design our supply chain wisely. If you are planting in an LGU, try to find outlets in the LGU, and that is more easily found if you are planting multi-crop or multi-varieties. Kasi in that case, sa LGU pa lang, pwede nang maubos yung harvest mo.
LGU pa lang po is a real market.
Yes. Yan. So, talagang I would like to encourage farmers to consider multi-crop. Not only for the market na mas madaling hanapin pag multi-crop. Isa pa, parang pag multi-crop ang tinanim, parang kang may insurance. Kasi alam natin, paakyat pa ba yung presyo, kung iisang tinanim mo at bumaba yung presyo, di pa paano ka na. Pero kung you planted more than one, maski 5 lang, let's say 5 crops, yung iba pwedeng saluhin ka. Yan.
Tama po, no? Maganda talaga na mag-diversify tayo ng crops. And I think nakita ko po sa ating comment on the chat box na ayan. Si Miss Kat po, they agree na yung market is just around us. So, ayun, dahil naging market din natin yung sa mga LGU, ganyan. Ang next question po natin is, on the, naman po, parang national program scale for the Department of Agriculture, parang is there a vision to align the programs with the national programs for scale? For the Department of Agriculture, there is NUPAP program of BPI.
Well, of course, we have to align with the DA. But the view of DA as a national agency is very different, no? From ours as a, if you like, a locally operating foundation. We are more, we build relationships more with the local agriculture office, the municipal agriculturist, no? And her team, because in most of these, there is a person assigned for high-value crops like vegetables. So yun ang aming partnership, and we are very happy to meet with them and discuss with them and strategize with them whenever possible.
Yun. Okay, thank you po, Ms. Bing. And the questions now are more parang focus po sa parang pag-inquire kung paano maging part ng sa Gulayamanan. So, ang question is from the Facebook, may nagtanong po, paano po mag-join sa Gulayamanan? Ayun, yun po yung questions. And siguro sabihin ko na doon po yung kasunod. So, how can farmers and LGU partner with Iswasid Foundation for the Gulayamanan project and other initiatives of Iswasid Foundation? Marami pong gustong mag-join sa
I'm very happy.
project.
Very happy to hear that, because we need more. We need more Gulayamanan. We need to feed our many communities. So please just send us a message on our Facebook page. No, I can assure you that reaches several of us, including myself.
Ayan. So, dindig nyo po. I think yung link nandito sa chat box and i-share po namin para for collaboration and partnership with the East West Sid Foundation. So, ayan. Ang next question po is the foundation open for site visits or learning exposures to be and invites to be resource speakers and knowledge sharing?
Yes, of course. Like today. No, like today, we're very appreciative of the invitation from PPSA to be with you today.
Ayan. So, ang ano po is, next question is, ano po yung mga beneficiary selection criteria na follow? Yes.
Ayan. Normally, the planting area is the first, no? We look for. Kasi medyo kailangan yung LGU, may 1 hectare dyan na pwedeng pagtamnan. Then after that, then we do a beneficiary survey of the people living around the planting area. Yan, sinisurvey namin, hinahanap namin yung walang trabaho at gustong maging farmer. Ayun po.
Parang nag-ano din po kayo sa parang creating an employment sa community. Ayun.
Livelihood opportunity.
Yes, opo. Ang ano naman po is kasama din po ba ang parang applicable po ba sa program yung organic or inorganic na
Yes. Yes, we teach what you say, organic or natural way of vegetable production. And more and more, our manner of production has to become natural.
Yes.
There is a relationship to climate change.
For sure po. And then for the highland and lowland vegetables, is the Gulayamanan program applicable to both po?
Well, we are the CSR of East West Seed. So East West Seed mainly produces lowland vegetable seeds. So ang expertise namin ayun sa mga buto ng East West Seed. Meron rin siyang cabbage na isa. Yan, may carrots. But mas marami po yung lowland sa East West Seed.
Ayan. So, okay. So, ang po, since po this, yung huling area po natin for this is yung parang sa Cebu, ang may nagtatanong po if yung Gulayamanan program will be available in Laguna areas, specifically sa Los Baños, for possible scaling up of the project po.
Ay, Los Baños, marami na nagtatanim dyan. One na yan, vegetable basket. Ang hinahanap talaga naming lugar, yung kulang ang vegetable production. No? Kasi if we want to reduce the vegetable supply chain, we should be planting in the LGUs for the LGU. So ang hinahanap namin, mga LGU talaga na konti pa ang production. Yeah. We want all of them to be self-sufficient or food secure as an LGU in vegetables.
Thank you, Ms. Bing. I think we have another question, and yan. Congratulations to East West Seed and East West Seed Foundation to this very noble an exciting project for our farmers, especially for the women in the community. If this will be replicated all over the country, we can address food security, nutrition, income generation, and community engagement. Okay. More commendation. Sorry po. Not yes, not a question. It's a commendation.
Thank you.
Okay. I think Sarah is raising her hand. His hand. Yes.
Veron, I think pwede nating si Miss Joy of Sustancia, I think she has a question. Miss Joy, you can unmute po if you have if you still want to ask the question. Thank you.
Hi, Miss Joy. Miss Joy from Sustancia.
I think her question
Hi,
is
good morning.
right there.
Sorry.
Good
Hi, good
morning
morning.
po.
Actually, it's not more of a question po. Currently here in Sustancia, we are working with parang proof of concept where we help yung mga women farmers so that they can have a stable and steady daily income. Ang problem kasi with other crops, they're seasonal, and only vegetable is the one that we find that can really provide daily income that is more sustainable for women farmers, and they don't have to leave their community.
Yeah.
The only problem po talaga is when we harvest, there's just really a lot of supply ng maha-harvest namin, and it so happens that it also coincides with harvesting from other provinces near us like Pangasinan, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga. So there's always oversupply spot right now here in the north. And our biggest problem is that since vegetables are highly perishable, and if we cannot have a guaranteed off-taker, very susceptible for wastage yung aming mga products. And so we've been really trying to look for possibilities on how can we preserve it or how can we process further. Kasi in value add processing po talaga, it is double or triple the price of the fresh vegetables. So that's one of our biggest problem here in the production side. And plant farm ready seedlings po yata is a part of East West, and they have been a very reliable supplier of seedlings for us, different varieties of vegetables.
Saan po kayo? Anong province?
We're located po in Tarlac.
Tarlac, okay.
Yes.
Now, what I can suggest, you have an oversupply. It does not have to be an oversupply. If you're planting, for example, instead of one crop, you're planting 15 crops.
Variety.
That's the challenge.
We plant different varieties po, but then also you cannot really in one area you cannot plant certain vegetables cannot be mixed together. And it's just so happen po siguro that talagang lahat ng harvest always coincides with other province harvest. So parang it's very important sana for parang clustering or so that there would be no oversupply. Pero right now when we started harvesting po chili about 4 weeks ago, the price was like more than 100 pesos. And I think when we last sold our chili the other day, it's down to 30 pesos. And then it's the same thing po for the kalabasa, upo, okra po yata namin dito is 3 pesos na lang per kilo parang ganon. So it's that's the problem with vegetables po. Parang highland vegetables din wherein if somebody made a lot of money from planting carrots, everybody will plant carrots.
That's the problem.
It's the same thing po talaga for lowland vegetable, and we've been talking about this problem for so long, pero I don't know what initiatives are we taking so that farmers really understand, look, you have to diversify.
Yes.
And kami din, even if we plan everything, we ask, what are the high selling seedlings right now, so that we will not plant that, so that we will have something that is not what everybody planted. Hindi pa rin po namin siya ma-achieve. So we still coincide with harvest ng ibang area. We were expecting high price for some of our crops because during the dry season po, Nueva Ecija and Pangasinan were hit hard by the hot weather. And kami dito sa Tarlac, we're kind of like in the middle. We survived. Magaganda yung kinalabasan ng mga tanim namin. We were just surprised na ang vegetables naman coming from sa ibang areas po are coming down dito sa area. So still very difficult to address.
One other suggestion, of course, is succession planning. You don't plant all at once. You plant part now, part next month, part the month. Yung staggered, no?
Yes po.
I think I would be interested to maybe sit down with you to discuss your concern. Kasi,
Ay, okay po. I would appreciate that because we
Yeah.
focus po talaga on women farmers.
yeah, so, Juan, if we can have a Zoom meeting one day, no?
Yes po. I would appreciate that.
Just send us
Ryan
a
is here.
message on Facebook or through Ryan. Yeah. Ryan can give you our email addresses. Sige, let's see what we can do for Tarlac and for
Okay
your
po. Sige po, sige po. Thank you po.
And thank you, Miss Joy. So we have questions from Sir Donel from Nestle. Ayan. Sir Donel, if you can unmute yourself na lang po for the question. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. This is
Thank
Donald
you.
from Nestle. So, before ako mag-question, I'd like to thank PPSA and East West for this very informative session, and especially to East West for sharing your initiatives. Ang question ko lang po, kasi majority ng mga vegetable gardens, especially now, very intensive po yung chemical applications. I'm curious about this kasi I know you're aware of sustainable production, regenerative agriculture. So we have to take care of our soil as well while addressing food security. So I would like to ask the East-West po kung yung mga strategies niyo for pest and disease management in your vegetable gardening programs.
Of course, pest and disease is part of our curriculum. We teach that to every group, maski yung maliit lang na group, kasama talaga yan. Kasi hindi natin maiwasan talaga yung pest, no? We have to manage it in a natural manner. Okay, for homeschool and community, we don't talk about any other method except naturally, or yeah. So, yun, I think we are one of the few training groups that talk about pest management. And with a little extension, we also talk about disease management in a natural way. So it's really getting the word out. Now, for pest and disease management, by the way, we have an online platform called Plant Doctor. Now, that is a very good resource for farmers when something happens to your garden, no? Kasi ang dami pwedeng mangyari. Ang dami pwedeng insekto. Although most insects have their favorites also. But, and that's one reason why we like to do crop rotation para mahilo yung insekto. But that is a valid pest management practice. So yun, so there are many ways, and we try to get the word out. That's our main thing is we have all this knowledge. Now, how can it reach the farmers? How can it reach the communities, the various communities? So yun, that's why we like to collaborate so that we can go to more people, more areas, more LGUs. Tayo, mag-collaborate tayo.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Oh, you were one of our first supporters.
For Project Coffee Plus.
Juan.
Even the school garden.
Even the school, yes.
Yeah, the
school
Notre
gardens.
Gardens.
Yeah.
Yes. 150 schools from Nestle.
Yes, 150 schools from Nestle.
Thank
Trained on
you.
site.
Yeah.
Sana, pagpatuloy pa natin.
Yeah, kailangan natin.
Yes.
Sige, usap tayo. Don.
Sige, ma'am. Sige po. Thank you.
Ayan. Thank you, Sir Donel. Ayan. Okay, so unmute po yung mag-next natin, magtatanong. Miss Cardocel Aha. Hello po. Ayan.
Hello, good morning po.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Yes po. Tanong ko lang po kung yung dun sa schedule, parang follow-up question lang po dun sa kanina din. Yung meron po ba kaming as farmers na magiging guideline para mapo-project po namin for the whole year round? Ano yung mga dapat namin scheduled na crop na itatanim? Though nagmumulti rin kami, multi-crop, pero may parang guideline po ba? Kasi parang ang volatile ng price sa market and also yung demand. Paano po kaya ma-address yun?
Ayun. So
Thank
talagang
you.
maganda pong magba-diversify. Saan po kayo? Sa anong LGU?
May Laguna po.
Ay, Laguna rin. Okay.
Opo.
Oo, marami na rin kasing, I think Mahayhay might be food secure na as far as gulay. That's why you really have to go outside your LGU, no, for your market. Yan. Ang opportunity naman ng Mahayhay, kasi medyo malapit sa Metro Manila, is to go for institutional buyers. Yan. That's something I can suggest. The other one is, kung organic kayo, premium yan sa Metro Manila. Kasi marami dito may gusto na organic ang kinakain. Marami pong pwedeng gawin. Yun, for example, ngayon sabi ko succession planning, huwag tayo magtanim ng minsanan. I-gap natin ng 1 month. Meron rin kaming mga guides nga sa pagtanim kung gaano katagal. Kasi depende yan sa gaano katagal bago mag-harvest. At kung gusto natin na hindi mawala ng isang variety. For example, kamatis, yan, non-stop ang demand ng kamatis sa consumer. So if we make sure na we are producing kamatis for the local market, for example, alamin natin, ilang tao ba dito? Ilan ang kinakain nilang kamatis? Tapos, baka pwedeng makipag-usap tayo sa mga tindera sa palengke. Yun, malapit lang yun. So you skip the major travel of the tomato. Maraming benefits sa local LGU. Now we can also, kung gusto nyo, kasi ang malaking trabaho namin talaga is parang mentoring. Mentoring kasi yung sa alam namin sa pagtanim ng gulay, gustong-gusto naman namin i-share. So if you send us a message on Facebook, mag-meeting po tayo online. No? At magtanong na kayo. Tignan natin anong pwede natin magawa para sa inyo.
Thank you po, ma'am. I think yun po yung mas kailangan po namin, mentoring. Kasi parang di po nga kasi katulad ko, ngayon lang po kasi ako nag-stop sa corporate job. So I'm building up kung ano yung nasimulan ng family ko. But of course, hindi ako farmer. Hindi, though yung father ko is an agriculturist. Pero parang iba na po siguro yung mga technology ngayon, yung mga especially climate change iba, para maganda po siguro. Sige po, i-message ko po kayo sa FB and keep in touch para mas maging progressive po yung land po namin.
There is so much to learn and I'm glad you're here because this is something I want everyone to do is to attend all the training they can learn about. No? Kasi yung pagtatanim po, hindi natin makukuha yan maski yung sa amin na 3 months. No? Hindi mo makukuha lahat dyan. Ang maganda talaga, palagi nag-train. Kung merong nagbibigay ng training sa lugar nyo, sumali kayo. At talagang kailangan padagdag ng padagdag. Hindi lang yon yung sinabi nyong mga makabagong technology. Marami rin po yan sa agriculture kasi science rin tayo, science and technology. So yun, please keep attending. This is my message to everyone here. Please keep attending any training that you hear about because there is so much to learn that you can apply to your benefit in your farm.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Bing, and thank you, Miss Cardasel, for that sharing and question. So, Yun po, ang dami nating questions. So I think mag-entertain po tayo ng two more questions. Ayan. So, siguro po I'll call on Miss Josefina Timogan if you want to share your question po. Ayan, hello po.
Hello po, good morning. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Ay, naririnig mo.
Yes
Good
po.
morning, naririnig niyo ba po?
Yes po, clear
Okay,
po,
good morning.
ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you very much for acknowledging my... Anyway, my question is, po namin si Miss Jessa Fabilia ng SQS dito po sa Zamboanga del Sur. Particularly po dito sa Mahayag at saka sa Molave municipalities. So, kasi hanggang ngayon, anong pag-meet po namin ni Miss Jessa, nalaman po namin na babalik dito yung SQS for another project. So, pero hanggang ngayon, wala pa. Hindi po namin alam kung ano po yung update kasi marami na pong LGU dito tapos mga farmers na naghihintay na para po
nag-choppy na po si
avail doon sa project ng SQS dito po sa project ng SQS ma-implement o ma-realize dito sa Sampen.
Sorry po, medyo choppy.
Hello?
Choppy po yung...
Pero parang yung question niya nasa
Hello?
chat. Nasa
Sige
chat box po.
Apo, nandyan po sa chat. Nandyan po sa
Kailan po kaya mag-start ng project ninyo dito sa Zamboanga Peninsula, particularly in Zamboanga del Sur? Matagal na pong naghihintay ang mga LGUs at mga farmers dito.
Alam ko bumubuelo ang East West Seed po dyan.
Yes po.
So hindi kami ang hindi po yung foundation ang direct implementor. Yung East West Seed Company through its knowledge transfer program. So, but ang alam ko, nag-hire na sila ng tao para dyan. So, malapit na siguro.
Sige. Thank you po.
Ayan, ma'am. Malapit na daw po. Proceed sa Zamboanga. Okay. Ang last natin na question from our intern po. So, okay lang pa. Open ko yung camera niya para matanong niya directly with Miss Bing and Miss Joyce yung question niya. Hi, Jam. Hello. Ayan.
Hello po, good morning. So, ang question ko po is about organic farming. Kasi po, usually, ang mga farmers, ang sinasabi po nila is mas rigorous po yung organic farming as compared to traditional farming. So, parang ang nagbo-boil down po sa usually yung pagko-convert from traditional to organic is kung depende sa income and effort na gagawin ng mga farmers. So, bali ang question ko po is how will you promote po yung organic farmers to these farmers? Yun po.
Well, that's all we promote, no? Organic. But in our curriculum, we know the need for nutrition for the plants. So in our curriculum, we make sure we teach them what organic preparations they can use for plant nutrition.
Yeah. At certain stage, ma'am, ano? Certain stage.
Yes. So, pag tinuruan namin kayo magtanim, hindi lang yung pagtanim, pati yung ipapakain sa tanim. Now, it is really a paradigm shift, no? From the chemical to organic style. It's a completely different style. In the organic, most of the nutrition will come from the farm itself. We include vermiculture in our curriculum because vermicast is a very good quality source of nutrition for plants. And you don't have to do anything, but you have to feed the worms, no? So there is a effort involved. Now, you don't buy anything, but you have to
Practice.
you have to make the food for the worms. So that's effort also. So actually, when you teach that to farmers, they get surprised na they don't have to spend for fertilizer. Now, even other practices of natural farming, for example, mulching. If you use natural mulch, that also adds to the nutrition for your plant. So sometimes it is a matter of sharing the info. They are not aware of the possibilities of doing natural or organic farming. Yeah, so that's why we have to spread the word. No? Let's spread the word. You can grow vegetables successfully, naturally.
Thank you. Thank you, Jam. And I agree with Miss Bing na we have to share the word and the mga knowledge sharing practices natin from the projects. So, okay. That ends our Q&A question. So, yung mga ano po, first, of course, thank you so much, Miss Bing and Miss Joyce. So, on behalf of PPSA, we would like to thank Ispesid for joining us in today's session. So thank you also to our participants for your questions, and we hope you learn a lot. Siyempre, marami talaga tayong natutunan today, no? Kahit ako, marami talaga natutunan. And again, if you have more questions, please do not hesitate to still type in the chat box habang nandiyan pa sa Miss Joy and Miss Bing para masagot nila. Yan. And then, to our mga hindi na aabutan ng mga questions, so you can directly message them on their Facebook page. So ayan, so if you have like partnership mga concerns, mga gusto niyo mag-join for the projects, please do inquire sa kanilang Facebook page. Ayan, share yung link natin on the chat box and on the FB sa FB page ni PPSA. Ayan. So again, thank you Miss Joyce and Miss Bing for the wonderful Q&A session natin. Oh, over to you, Sir Rai.
Ayun, nakakatuwa kasi marami nagpa-participate, no? Maraming mga questions, no? Maraming nag-share ng kanilang mga thoughts, and of course, mas masaya kasi maraming naganap na mga partnerships and collaborations na naluluto during this session, Miss Bing. I'm so happy. So meron tayong Coffee Plus si Nestle, Sir Donel na naka-rainy outfit today's session, no? Sir Donel, shout out. And of course, sa Mahayhay Laguna, and also with Sustancia in Tarlac. Ayun, napakaraming gustong maging parte, ma'am, ng inyong programa kasi napakaganda naman talaga. So ayun po, if you have so many questions pa and gustong itanong pa or malaman pa or wants to be part of the program with East West Foundation, puntahan nyo lang po yung kanilang Facebook page na nakalagay po dyan sa ating drop box ng kanilang link. Just open it and then ask kung ano po ang gusto ninyong malaman sa kanila. So ayun po. And Veron, maraming salamat. And thank you ulit Miss Bing and Miss Joyce. Maraming salamat po. Hindi lang napasarap ang usapan natin, no? Nabusog tayo sa kaalaman tsaka nadala ko during the Q&A portion, marami akong na-note. Ayun, I hope our participant today learned something new from our speakers. Ano po? And before we proceed to the next part of the session, tinatawagan ko po ang aking kasama na si Miss Monica. Ma'am Monica, please help us for the group photo. So I invite po everyone to open po our camera kung kaya po, no, ng ating network or available po sa ating mga gadget na ginagamit. Ayun. So Miss Monica.
Sige po, good morning everyone. Pa-on po ang ating cameras, yung mga kayang mag-on ng cam. We have 3 pages po today, so ano na lang din po, pa-ready na lang po ang inyong mga smiles. So I'll just count down po. So 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, next page. Hold on lang po. 3, 2, 1, smile. All right, and then last page. 3, 2, 1, smile. All right po. Thank you. Kuya Rai, back to you.
Maraming salamat, Miss Monica. And ngayon naman po, may we call on ang aming comms officer for the synthesis. So, tinatawagan ko si Miss Drina De Jesus. Miss Drina, over to you.
Thank you, Kuya Rai. And of course, thank you to East West Seed Foundation, the CSR arm of East West Seed, and to Miss Joyce, Miss Bing, and Miss Vilma for their very insightful presentations regarding vegetable community farming. So let me share with you some of the key points highlighted in today's Usapang Gulay. The session started with a brief introduction to the concept of food security. According to the World Bank, food security is defined when all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food. We also went through the 4 dimensions of food security. And then we learned that East West Seed's mission is to increase food security through vegetables with every meal. We learned that the Philippines is food insecure. Ang masakit na katotohanan ay ang mga nagpo-produce ng food ay sila mismong hindi nakakakain. So 75% of East West Seeds team members are agriculturalists. So makakasiguro tayo na tama ang natututunan natin tungkol sa vegetable production through their programs. Hence, we learned how vegetables and vegetable productions relate to food security, just in time for the celebration of Nutrition Month this July. This is East West Seeds Foundation's approach to food security, which is grow locally, consume locally. The first program, Oh My Gulay, is an online advocacy sharing information and ideas to increase appreciation and consumption of vegetables as a component of a healthy lifestyle. They publish an FB page, and if you follow the FB page, the audience will learn a lot of helpful information to stay healthy. The Veggies Escuela, TOT, on the other hand, aims to spread awareness by training trainers themselves. Their on-site and boot camp programs are online courses covering vegetable cycles from planning to marketing. So Veggie Escuela partners with barangays and schools and has been in existence for 12 years. It was founded in 2012. The program contributes to increased yield and quality, which leads to healthier plants and better quality vegetables. Through this, participants are able to improve their livelihoods by being competitive in the market. On the other hand, the third and last project, Gulayamanan, as discussed by Executive Director Ms. Bing, is a multi-dimensional program touching on creating livelihood opportunities, healthier communities, and a cleaner environment. Starting with Veggie Escuela, Gulayamanan's 1 hectare area is divided into 200 square meters per participant, a space provided by the LGU. This space provides farm-to-table food for the shortest possible vegetable supply chain, meaning they get the most for their effort. And the program relates to 10 SDGs, some of which are no poverty and zero hunger. Hence, we can really see how this Usapan session relates to our previous learning session, which was Usapang Pagkain regarding the state of food security in the Philippines. There will be more Usapan sessions to come for the year of 2024, so please stay tuned through our Facebook page by following PPSA's Facebook page. In Gulayamanan, the participants are formed into an association providing further benefits for the farmers and providing a strong partnership for them with their LGUs. This is important for sustainability and recognition at the local agriculture office. The program is monitored and evaluated through measuring 3 things, which is harvest, sales, and consumption. Through the M&E, we discovered that quantity consumed by the average family is 10 kilos per month. Malaking increase po ito before the Gulayamanan program was implemented. Dati bumibili pa ang mga Pilipino sa palengke, ngayon sila na mismo ang nag-aani. Hindi na mahal ang kanilang inaani. Nakita natin na si Ate Vilma ay pangulo ng asosasyon at marami siyang natutunan tulad ng paggamit ng organic fertilizer. Pinagtulong-tulungan nila ang source ng kanilang tubig o water supply hanggang sila ay makaani at na-share nila na ang kanilang ani sa kanilang mga kapitbahay. We learned through the Q&A that we need collaboration with foundations and even LGU so we can do more. This highlights the importance of partnerships and collaborations. Through the Q&A, Ms. Bing also gave a lot of farming tips such as implementing drainage systems. Isa pa, ni-remind tayo ni Ms. Bing na mag-diversify ng crops para mas lumawak ang access ng farmers sa market. So we learned a lot in today's session. We learned that East West Seed provides tools, tips, counseling, and mentoring, but the effort has to come from the participants and farmers themselves. The more effort they give, the greater their rewards, and the more vegetables are produced to fight malnutrition. That's all for the synthesis. Over to you again, Kuya Ray.
Maraming salamat, Drina. Before we proceed, let's have a quick poll po muna. We want to get your feedback po on this learning session. We will flash a Zoom poll for our Zoom participants. So for the FB participants naman po, you may scan the QR code na ipa-flash po on the screen po sa ating live po sa FB, no? So kasama na rin dyan yung mga pag-generate ng certificate of attendance. So mga nagtatanong, marami po ako nakikita kanina na nag-ask about the certification. Ito na po ang sagot. So yan, scan nyo lang po yan, tapos fill up lang po kayo, tapos automatic po yan, magsisend po ng certificate po sa inyong email ad provided by you. Ayun po. Sa ating mga nasa Zoom naman na participants who need a certificate of attendance, our team will share a link sa ating chat box po below. Yun po, tulad din sabi ko kanina, please fill out din po yung form para automatically you will receive a copy of your certificates. Ano po? Okay na po? Ayan po, nasa chat box po. So, this time po, I'll ask everyone po na baka pwede pong makahingi sa inyo ng konting lambing na masagutan po ang ating survey. So, pa-flash po on our screen ng ating full survey sa Zoom. Oh, it's the QR code. I'm sorry. Wala pala siyang
Kuya, meron po sa Zoom poll.
sa Zoom poll.
Dina,
Sa Zoom
can
meron
you...
tayo.
Ayan, eto po.
Ayan. Ayun, thank you. Sa first question po, pasagot po nito, palambing lang po. So ayun po, ang first question po natin ay, did the event meet your expectation? Yes or no? So the second question is, what was your impression of the speakers and also the topic of today's session? We have very good, good, average. Ayun, may nakikita po ako mga sumasagot na and we have 45% participated. So ang target po natin kahit 70% po, larga na yan. Okay, the last question po ay, were you satisfied with the overall event ng ating pong today's session? Meron po tayong very satisfied, somewhat satisfied, at sana wala namang sumagot ng not satisfied. Ano po? So, ayun. So, we have 58%, konti na lang po. Lalarga na tayo. So, we have 62% na sumasagot. Ayan, malapit na. 64, 6% na lang po. %, 2% na lang. Ayan, 70%. So maraming salamat po. Let's end the survey. Maraming salamat. And now, thank you everyone for your feedback. Now to formally close this session, let's welcome again po ang aming pong country director. Wala pong iba, si Miss Angel Bautista. Ma'am, good morning. Back to you again.
Thanks, Rai. So sobrang maulang tanghali po sa inyong lahat as we come to the close of this insightful and engaging session. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude po to each one of you for your attendance in today's usapang session, ang ating usapang gulay, and for your active participation. So at this point po, I'd just like to share, dahil Nutrition Month, something about the Global Nutrition Report. So the latest Global Nutrition Report published in 2022, sinasabi po niya that the Philippines is making progress towards some global nutrition goals, pero meron din pong mga naiiwanan. So while the Philippines is making progress in some areas of maternal, infant, and child nutrition, such as exclusive breastfeeding and reducing anemia among women, ang country po natin is significantly struggling with other targets. Kasama po dyan yung low birth weight, yung ating tinatawag na wasting o yung pagkapayat, or panghihina and stunting in children, or yung pagkaantala sa paglaki. So stunting affects 28.8% of children under 5 years old, higher than the average po sa Asia. So overall po yung progress natin is mixed. Merong mga significant work po na kailangan pang gawin to meet several critical nutrition targets. So through today's insightful presentations, nakita po natin how growing our own gulay can address these problems stated in the Global Nutrition Report, especially among the Filipino children. So pwede po mag-backyard garden, mag-container garden, and mag-hydroponics. So today's sessions, na-highlight po talaga na ang important role ng vegetables in terms of food security, health, and nutrition, but also the critical role of collaboration. So sabi nga po ni Ms. Bing and ni Ms. Joyce, for Gulay-Amanan, kailangan ng LGU. For the Veggie Eskwela, kailangan ng schools and government agencies like the DepEd and ang TESDA ng DOLE. And then we also need foundations like Metrobank Foundation. Of course, yung ating mga communities, kailangan po natin yan sa collaboration. And syempre, ang nasa simula po ng chain ng pag-produce po ng gulay, yung mga farmers. So equally important din po ang paggamit ng quality na buto. I heard si Ms. Joyce and Ms. Bing say this, para more chances po na maganda ang ani. So at this point, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge East West Seed and the East West Seed Foundation Philippines in partnering with PPSA in today's learning session. So thank you so much, Ms. Bing and Ms. Joyce, and the whole East West Seed and East West Seed Foundation Philippines teams. So ang East West Seed po and its foundation has been, sila po talaga yung pioneering, nangunguna sa pag-improve po ng quality at availability ng vegetable seeds sa Pilipinas. And sa pag-empower po ng mga farmers with the tools and knowledge na kailangan po nila to enhance productivity and sustainability. So their commitment to innovation and farmer education has had a profound impact, not just on the vegetable sector, but also among schools, communities, and households, empowering all these groups to be more food secure and access nutritious food. So today, si East West Seed Foundation shared with us 3 programs, Oh My Gulay, Veggie Eskwela, and Gulay-Amanan. We learned from the presentations and from the story po ni Ate Vilma how community vegetable farming plays a large role sa pag-improve ng nutrition, pag-combat ng malnutrition, pag-provide ng kabuhayan, and spread awareness about healthier habits. Through the Training of Trainers program and easier access to knowledge regarding vegetable farming with the use of webinars and digital tools, this awareness on the benefits of vegetable farming spreads even further. We have also seen through East West Seed's partnership with the DepEd how community vegetable farming can significantly increase the health and nutrition of our young pupils. Sabi nga, makulay ang buhay sa tulong ng gulay. Kaya po nagkulay dark purple ako na inner blouse ngayong umaga bilang simbolo sa isa sa mga paborito kong gulay, ang talong. Di ba, Ray, masarap ang tortang talong?
Ay, sobra, ma'am. Lalo na pag sariwa, alam nyo yan.
Ayan. As we celebrate Nutrition Month, we should always remember that vegetables play a large role in improving various aspects of our health and livelihoods. Initiatives like those from East West Seed and its foundation can transform communities and lives. Let us commit to supporting these endeavors and promoting healthier eating habits. Together, we can cultivate a more nourished future for all Filipinos. Again, maraming salamat po from PPSA, from East West Seed, and from East West Seed Foundation Philippines. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Keep safe and dry. Happy lunch. Mag-ulam po tayo ng gulay. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Miss Angel. That ends the second and our Nutrition Month usapan session for this year, ang Usapang Gulay, promoting health and food security through sustainable vegetable programs. No, thank you for everyone for attending. So maraming salamat po. Masama ang panahon sa labas, pero napakaganda ng panahon dito sa loob natin, no? Dahil sinamahan nyo kami at masarap ang ating usapan. So ayun, this session is brought to you by the Philippines Partnership for Sustainable Agriculture, and of course, ang aming partner at member lagi, no, na laging naandyan, ang East West Seed Foundation. See you again po for our next usapan session this August na yan. Tama po kayo, next month na yan, agad-agad. But before that, we also have next session. Kaya iniimbitahan po namin kayo ulit sa aming AI 101 webinar for MSMEs, farmers and co-ops next week po, July 30 at 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. po. With PLDT naman po yan, Smart Communications. Ayun po. For those who would like to learn about the AI tools that can help our business, your business, kindly register po dyan po sa ating link na ipopost po ng ating mga kasama sa Dropbox po sa baba. And also sa comment section po sa ating FB Live. So kaway-kaway sa ating mga kasama sa kabila, no, sa kabilang kwarto sa ating FB Live. So nakikita rin po tayo doon. So yon, click the link lang po para po mag-register kayo sa July 30 natin. Ano po? So ayun po. Sa muli, once again, maraming salamat po. See you next time at happy lunch po. Bye-bye!